to bet that you're not where you want to be with your health, not because you don't have enough knowledge, but rather what's going on here. I'm going to share with you 2 big mindset shifts that you can make to start succeeding more in your health plan. And if you want to learn more about mindset, I have another video here that you can go to that talks about the all or nothing mindset. We're going to talk about 2 different ones today. As you know, in functional medicine, we're always trying to get to the deepest root causes behind what's holding your health back. And people love to talk about, their diet, their sleep, their exercise, what's going on in their gut, if they have a toxin exposure. These are all physical root causes. What a lot of people don't realize is that it's actually the mental and emotional root causes that are holding them back the most. Our mental root causes are going to be our thoughts. Our emotional root causes are going to be our feelings. If these are not in a good place, then the best action plan in the world is not going to work because you won't be able to implement it, or while you're implementing it, you're so stressed that your body can't heal. So it is really important that we talk about our mental emotional health when we're looking at the root causes for why you don't feel as good as you want to feel. These kinds of concepts are not as straightforward and easy to understand as the physical ones. Therefore, I'm going to use metaphors that are going to make this so much easier. And you can picture these metaphors whenever you're struggling with your mindset in order to help you get through. The first mindset shift is that healing precedes sustaining. A lot of people come to me and they say, I have tried a bunch of different diets, I've tried these exercise programs, I've had personal trainers, and these things just weren't sustainable. I need to have a plan that I can actually sustain and that I can do long term. And I totally get where they're coming from. It is not going to work to correct your health if you feel like you're using 100% willpower all day long, every day, indefinitely. However, we need to kind of tweak that mindset a little bit to realize that during your healing phase, you're going to have different habits than you will during your sustainable phase. Once you switch into maintenance, it's going to be a lot easier. You don't have to make as much sacrifice or put forth as much effort in order to keep your body where it's at. Of course, to change your body and to transform it, that's going to take more work. And the example I like to give, or the metaphor for this, is a financial debt. Just like we could have a health debt, right? So the financial debt, what do? You have to cut up your credit cards and you have to get another job and make more income because your regular income just, pays your bills and provides you for you day to day. So that extra job will help to pay off that financial debt. You don't go to the movies, right? You make these sacrifices, you cook at home so that you can get your account balanced and get back to a maintenance phase with your finances. Once you've paid off your debt, you can start using credit cards again. You could start, not having to work as many hours, and you don't need to make as much income, and it's a lot easier to maintain or manage your finances. And that is just like it is with our health. When we have dysfunctions and diseases going on in our body, we are in a health debt. We need to cut up our credit cards, meaning we need to get rid of the habits that maybe put us into that debt. Things like poor sleep, high stress, unhealthy diets, not moving our bodies enough, right? We need to stop being sedentary and cut up kind of some of these habits. And then we also need to get another job. We need to make more income to pay it off. This means that we need to go above and beyond maybe with our diets and put really healing, nutrient-dense foods in. We need to probably work out more often if we're trying to change our weight faster. We need to put in more effort in decreasing our stress, and oftentimes even add in supplementation as that way to pay off an extra debt. These things are, our supplemental income basically. And then once we have reached our health goals, we've balanced our account, and we can just start loosening up a little bit and have a little bit more inflammatory food, or not sleep well, or not get as many hours of sleep one night. And our body actually has the resilience to handle it. We're in this more balanced state. So you're gonna start changing how strict you are or how much effort you put into those healthy habits once you have reached your health goal and you're switching to a maintenance phase. Okay, now the reason why you really have to make this mindset shift is because if you don't, you're going to be so frustrated throughout your journey and it's not going to work. You're either not gonna stick with it or you're gonna be too dang stressed for your body to actually heal and respond to all your healthy habits. And that is because if we feel like, I should be able to have this meal, I should be able to eat at this restaurant, I should be able to have this sugar whenever I want it or every now and then, we are going to make these choices that then kind of sabotage us and cause us not to continue making progress. You're gonna be, living a healthier life majority of the time, but then you're gonna be putting stuff on that credit card again, and your debt's just gonna grow bigger. And then you have to work harder to pay it off again. If we try to be in our maintenance phase, then we end up not doing enough of the healthy habits to get all the momentum that we need to really make progress towards our goals. And I do not want to see that happen to you, because I know you really want to reach your goals and you don't want to be frustrated and you want to enjoy it. If we go into it with the right mindset, we set ourselves up for success, and the journey can actually be enjoyable, I promise you. The second mindset shift is that limiting beliefs are a main obstacle to our self-care. Our self-care is the healthy habits that we need in order for us to feel well. Self-care is things like getting to bed on time and getting your workout in and meal prepping for yourself. We can struggle to implement this self-care when we have beliefs that orient our time away from ourselves. I see so much with my clients that they really want it, and when they can, they are doing all the right things, but they just have a schedule that's not conducive to them being able to fit the right things in. You have to be able to have a schedule that reflects your priorities for your health. If it instead reflects your priorities based on your limiting beliefs, then you're really going to struggle to implement healthy habits. What do I mean by that? Your limiting beliefs are oftentimes things that are developed during childhood or early life that helped you to deal with a stressful situation. And they helped you to feel safe or to find value or love. For example, a lot of us have limiting beliefs around people pleasing. Hey, if I just make others around me happy, then I know I'm safe and loved. Or it could be around performance. If I am super productive and constantly reaching outward success, then people will respect me and love me and I'll be safe. And therefore you might overwork, or you might give up all your time to those around you to the detriment of your own health and your ability to just, live not like an overly, selfish lifestyle, but one that is able to fit in what you need in order to thrive. So let's go into that metaphor so that you can understand this a little bit easier. Our limiting beliefs can be like a cast on a broken foot. I actually went through this experience, so I can tell you, from my heart how it goes. When we break our foot, we get in a cast, right? And that cast allows the foot to heal. If we were to say, oh, well, because this cast allowed my foot to heal, I should just wear it forever because it's been super helpful, we would really be limiting ourselves the rest of our lives. Instead, we get out of that cast, go into a boot, start physical therapy so that we can really heal. And when we do that, we experience pain. It takes up our time. We have to do home exercises and stretches. It's a sacrifice and it's effort and it's uncomfortable. But we do it because we know at the end, you're gonna be walking around and back to living your life to its fullest on your foot again. Same thing with our limiting beliefs. We developed them because part of us was broken. Maybe we weren't receiving the love or the adoration that we needed from our parents or from someone in our relationship. And so as a response, we created this limiting belief. I have to do these things in order to feel good, feel loved, feel safe. And that response, that limiting belief is our cast. And we just stick with it with the rest of our life. But what we need to do is to get into the boot, which could be doing counseling or talking one-on-one with a friend or someone who can help walk you through it, reading books. We need to do this work in order to understand what's holding us back. And then we can start living life to its fullest again. We're not being held back by people pleasing and by performance and by needing success or needing to be productive every second of the day. We can actually take time to care for ourselves, not feel guilty about it, not be hard on ourselves because we think we're being selfish, and not feel like we're jeopardizing other people around us. And I have an example for you, because this is probably a big one that I've struggled with throughout my life. And my husband has actually been very helpful in helping me to see it. When I was growing up and into my 20s, I would feel like I was kind of in control, or the main person responsible for my family's safety and happiness and health. My family has had a lot of health needs, financial needs, personal needs, and I'm I'm the middle child. I'm the one in the family who everyone goes to in order to work through their problems. And I would do that without any boundaries. It would be my evenings, I'd stay up as late as they needed me to on the phone. I would spend my weekends researching things for them so that they could try to make progress on something. And I would do that at the expense of my own relationships, my own health needs. I had to learn that limiting belief that in order for my family to be okay, I need to, sacrifice whatever I have to help them. That was my limiting belief. And I had to switch that to, I can give anything extra that I have to my family. If I feel like I'm becoming depleted, then I have to tell my family I'm gonna have to back off, or I'm not available this weekend, or whatever it is. Without doing that, I would not have the time or the habits to be able to help myself with my own health. If you're feeling frustrated, or you're feeling a little bit burnt out or stuck on trying to make progress towards your health goals, making these 2 mindset shifts can make a world of difference in allowing you to actually enjoy your journey and to make it doable. I hope that was encouraging for you. If you want to learn more about mindset shifts that you can make, or lessons about overcoming mental and emotional obstacles, I've got a few more podcasts that you can see in the description. But I'd love to hear from you whether or not you enjoy this type of content. Do you like learning about mindset and how to overcome mental and emotional hurdles? Or do you want to stick with more so the physical root causes, nutrition, diet, lifestyle kind of things? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I'll talk to you soon.